Hello everyone, welcome back to Ishika Foundations. Today, the topic that which we are discussing is cooperative societies. So, if we get into the topic, cooperative societies in the sense, if I would want to tell you in a nice example, now you have some 25 people around you. You are a group of 25 people and you want to build a dairy farm or any kind of business of banking you want to build. So eventually, if you yourself are 25 members want to do all the money by yourself, then that's an hectic for you. Like money building or like money adjusting will not be happening. So if you have registered in these cooperative societies, so what is the advantage is the government itself will be giving you some money and some subsidies also the government will be giving. So if you register in these cooperative societies, it will be a great advantage for us only. So I guess now you have understood what is the meaning of a cooperative societies. Now, if we dig back into like deeper, the first thing is there were like changes that was happened in 97th Constitutional Amendment Act. This we will be discussing later. But then for this cooperative societies, it has become mandatory after this 97th Constitutional Amendment that it became as a fundamental right according to the Article 19, and it also included that it's a new directive principle of state policy according to the Article 43b square. And first they have done this, and second they have included this directive principles, and at third they have included as a separate part in 9b in the constitution, such that ki it should be holding a so much of value. So these are something related to articles that which we have to remember. Okay, now if we go deeper, there are some kind of constitutional provisions that which they have made. So what they have made that we will be looking at. The first and foremost thing is incorporation of cooperative societies. That means there is a cooperative society. Now let's say I am holding a dairy farm in my own village or in my own district by holding some 25 members. Now, for me, the state legislature, that means the state government, will be keeping some kind of rules that which I have to follow, or else there will be any kind of disturbances or any kind of legal litigations will be happening. I don't want that. So I will be following some kind of rules that which will be kept by the state legislature. Why I will be following? Because I registered in it and I want my advantages. And if when I have registered and I'm not following those restrictions, then what happens? They will punish me. Like punish in the sense they may give any kind of punishments or any kind of fines or penalties that we will be looking forward. So state legislature will be keeping some rules and we have to follow. So state legislature will make rules for the incorporation regulations. That means the very first time when you are registering for these cooperative societies, the registration form, what are those registrations, everything will be under the control of the state legislature. And when you're winding up, when you're closing, let's say you have worked for 2 years and after that nobody in your team are interested, but you yourself was trying so hard but you can't help anything. So at that time the winding up procedure also will be set up by the state legislature itself. So the rules will be set by the state legislature if you are following only certain principles that are voluntary formulation democratic member. That means whoever the members, the 25 members who are working in your uh, cooperative society should be coming voluntary. No force should be done for them to be worked. And there should be some economic participation. Whatever the amount that which they are spending in order to make that dairy farm to be going into an upper scale, the amount should be included in all the dimensions. All the members who are in that team, they have to definitely share some amount of money. And autonomous functioning, whatever the functioning that which is happening, that should be definitely be knowing to every individual who is present. So now, in short, let me tell you the important thing. First of all, if you are following these principles, like all the 25 members who are there, they should have voluntary functioning democratic member control, economic participation, autonomous functioning. If you have these three now, so then government will make you to register, and after registering, state legislature will make you to follow some rules. It's not like I have 25 members, so I'll directly register. It's no. First of all, you should follow these three principles. Then they will show you a registration process. Then you can, after registering, they will be keeping some kind of rules and regulations by the state government, and that you have to follow. Okay, I guess till here it is clear. And now, the second point of us is number and term of members of board and its office barriers. So here in that board, let's say I have mentioned that we are having, for keeping the dairy farm, we are having 25 members, right? So instead of these 25 members, there can be 100 members also, 1000 members also, any kind of members. How many members you want, that can be there. But 21 members should be on board, that is like mandatory. And in that, reservation should be included. One seat for SC or ST candidate and two for the women. And the term will be for 5 years. And the office barriers here is the process of their positions. There might be chairman, vice chairman, treasurer, secretary, vice secretary, general secretary, managing director, like this board. These boards you can keep however you want, that you can keep however you want. Now in that, co-updated members, that means now the board should definitely be having 21 members. This is like the foremost rule. But the important thing is, apart from the 21 members, two expert candidates should be there. Those should be having so much of knowledge about the economics, about the topic that which we are doing, or about the financial decision, anything. These two experts should be having so much of knowledge. But these two experts is having no right to vote, no right to power. They just give advices, and they are not included in these 21 members. Okay, you got it? Okay, let's go to next topic. The next is election of members of board. Now apart from that, let's say you're having some 100 members in your team, like you are like team of 100 members in your village. All your cousins together thought like, we will keep a dairy farm. So what is like, it's not like when you are like registering for this cooperative society, I will do whatever I want. They are mentioning that we have to definitely keep elections, and we should definitely follow those protocols. They will be mentioning, but you will be thinking in such a way that if I follow or don't follow, will they be coming and checking in the office that which I am there? And the answer is no. the you whether you have really conducted any kind of elections, or if you have really have a team of 100, or if you having a board team of 21, or if you are following these all these principles and or not. This government, the state legislature cannot directly come and check, but it can do one thing, and that is every 6 months before the financial year ends, you have to submit a report to the district court, sorry, district cooperative officer. Okay, so it's okay. You are having a group and you want to keep any kind of cooperative society, and then these are like provisions that it was mentioned in the constitution. If I follow or don't follow, what will be happening? That is also correct. If you're not following also, nothing will happening, but you will be getting caught when you have submitting the report. And there are some other provisions. The first one is supersession and suspension of board and interim management. See, this is what I'm telling. If you have caught that key, you have, you are doing an illegal business, that which the government doesn't know, the state legislature doesn't know, and it was not included in your report, and it has been proven in the government, then what happens? There can be a temporary suspension of the board, a directly permanent removal, or if it is like a very big agency or a very big company, then what happens? Some temporary manager will be coming and will be kept as a temporary manager person. So we don't want this. If we don't want this, then we have to submit the report, and for that report, audits will be happening. Audits is basically the person will be coming, like every district will be having its own district cooperative officer. In that district cooperative officer, what will be happening? The person will be coming every 6 months before the financial year. Before the financial year, in this sense, like from which month to month this financial year will be there. So financial year will be ending at March 31st every year. Okay, this you have to remember. And so this auditor who will be coming, auditor is basically the person who will be coming and checking that is there any kind of illegal business happening, or is there any kind of corruption or any kind of misbehavior happening within the cooperative societies or not. That person will be coming and checking, they will be check. And the other thing is, who is the person will be coming for audit? Who is that person actually? That person will be obviously the district cooperative officer, or any kind of CA officer. The uncommon thing is CA officer, but the very common thing is like this district cooperative officer. But there are chances that certain amount of chartered accountant persons will also be coming. There is a scope, but the most priority will be for the district cooperative officers. And the next is convening of general body meetings. Now, what is this meaning? Convening of general body meetings is basically every corporative body, let's say for that dairy farm that which we have mentioned, 100 members are there. Okay, for these 100 members, every year you should definitely conduct a very big meeting. That meeting is known as annual general body meeting. This should definitely be happening. Why? Because to discuss or to let the members of the society know that what we have done in this year and what we'll be going to do in the next upcoming years. This information should be there in between every person. It's their right to know that information, and that information must be said by the board members. And this is like a perfect provision here. Provision is basically rule beta. Provision is basically rule. These provisions are being told by the constitution in our constitution book. Okay. Now the seventh thing that what is mentioned in the constitution is, yeah, the same thing. In this meeting, they have to be knowing any information such that there will be a transparency, and any kind of misuse they have want to prevent, or any kind of corruption. Also, if it is there, they want to stop that corruption. In order to maintain the transparency, everybody should know that. And returns. This is what I'm mentioning in the previously, that key the documents must be submitted to the government before the financial year ends, and the financial year is March 31. And what documents they have to submit? Annual reports, audited documents, surplus disposals, list of changes that was made by law, proof of AGM. AGM is annual general body meeting, and educational details, and any other information if the government is asking, or any kind of corruption or illegalness has been proven by the state legislature found in the state legislature through these societies, then there will be a punishable offense. There will definitely be punishments will be given. And application to multi-state cooperative societies is basically, now in one state, let's say we are having districts. That is only to write districts. We are having districts. So what's happening is, in one state we are having districts. In that districts or villages, we are having cooperative societies. So this is the process that which is like going on. But there are some societies not only in one state but in two states, they will be running their societies. That means what are you finding? Their society is so long, and that at that time, there, if it is a multi-state cooperative society, it is not governed by the state legislature, it is governed by the central government. It is no longer, if it is under the uh, two states, then it is under the central government, not by the state government. Okay. And the next is application of union territories. Okay, we all know that we are also having union territories. In that union territories also, this cooperative societies will be there. But those cooperative societies will be governed by the central government, not by themselves, because they are not having their own laws. But this Pondicherry, Delhi and Pondicherry, both are having their own laws. So they will be running their own cooperative societies by themselves. The rest other union territories are under the control of central government. Next, continuance of existing laws. So now, what does this mean here? Before this only, there are many kind of cooperative societies are there, and its own laws are also there. So this own cooperative laws, whatever they are there, that laws was not directly removed, but they are modified, with the new constitutional provisions. Okay. Next, so here comes the 97th amendment. What is the amendment? Amendment is basically any kind of change that we made in constitution. In constitution, if we are making any kind of changes, then it is called as amendment. So we have made this 97th amendment to be changed. Why we have made it? We made it because we thought, what we have observed is, even though when the constitution has provided these many, all these 12, from here, all these 12, from here to all these 12 normal rules, although they have given, what happening, the cooperative societies are not at all professional, and there is no democracy in the time of elections. What's happening, many of the cooperative societies will be under the regional or the local level, so all these cousins or like relatives all together were forming, and there is no elections directly. Eventually what's happening, they are submitting the report, but the report was like eventually made by one person, not at all involved, or like the work has not done really. So it's a false information that they are giving. So this the government doesn't want. So to avoid these things, they have made this change in 97. And also they thought like कि whatever state rules they are keeping, no, those are not that so strong enough. Those are not that so strong enough. So that's also the one reason they have amended 97th constitution. And the country needs uniform transparency in autonomous corporates. There should be a uniform transparency, but there is not at all any kind of transparency is there. So that's the reason why also they have, amended